こんにちは、いくこです。今回はこちらを読みたいと思います。これですね。A Christmas Carol の、チャールズ・ディケンズの、本です。とても有名ですね。ですね、ここ数年、確か堀江貴文さんがクリスマスキャロルという舞台をクリスマス前にやられていると思うんですが、ですのでそれをちょっと読んでみたいなと思います。実はですね、この動画は、12月前に撮ってるんですね。ですので、それまでこれを読もうっていう話になってこちらを選んでいます。ちょっと編集の方が遅れまして、今に年を明けてしまいましたが、そういうことです。では始めたいと思います。
Stop that.
So I'm gonna read a Christmas Carol. Do you say A or A? A Christmas Carol or A?
A Christmas. A Christmas. Christmas Carol.
Is it A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens? Very famous book. So I'm start from a stave one. Stave?
I have no idea what stave is.
There's a chapter. And stave one.
I've never heard of a stave. I bet that's American. Never heard that.
But is it American?
No, he wasn't American, but it's chapter one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I wonder if that's a very, very old English word. But I've never seen it before.
Okay, try it. Say it. Oh, look. Amazing. Stave, a vertical wooden post or plank in a building or other structure. Any of the lengths of wood to fix the side of by side to make up. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think that's right. Well, I know it's not right. I've never heard it.
It's amazing. It's you can check the
straight
technology.
away. Or have an argument about it, with Peter was always right about everything, and when that came out, it was sort of like shut him up really, because he couldn't argue the fact, because he would he'd argue the fact about anything really, but sometimes it was nice to say, oh, I forgot. Sometimes it was just nice to say, you're wrong. Look, this is so and so.
This is it's good technology. So stave one, Marley's ghost. Marley was dead to begin with. There's no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good upon change for anything he chose to put his hand to. Old Marley was as dead as doornail. Mind, I don't mean to say that I know of my own knowledge what there is particularly dead about a doornail. I might have been inclined myself to regard a coffin nail as the deadest piece of ironmongery.
Deadest.
Yes. Deadest piece of ironmongery. Ironmongery. Ironmongery.
Yes, you get a cheesemonger, an ironmonger. It's like a shop.
Fishmonger.
Yes.
Ironmongery in the trade. But the wisdom of our ancestors is in the simile. simile?
I don't know.
Simile.
It's close to a cake you have at Easter, but I don't think that's a cake you have at Easter.
Let me...
Order of the ancestors is in the...
Simile. Simile is that? Simile.
Does it say simile there?
It said a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind, used to make a description more emphatic or vivid. Does that make sense?
Different kind. Wait a minute, I figured a speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind, used to make a description more emphatic or vivid, e.g. as brave as a... I haven't got a clue what it means. It hasn't even finished, has it?
It's probably
this
one. Okay. So what? Ancestor.
Ancestor.
Always make a mistake. Ancestor is in the simile, and my unhallowed hands shall not disturb it, or the country's done for. You will therefore permit me. Done for. Country's done for.
I always thought that was downfall. That was somebody's downfall, you know.
Oh.
Drinking too much is your downfall.
Right.
But
To fall over?
Well, it's that fall, F-A-L-L. It's not F-O-R.
Okay, so it's a done for. So this one is a...
Not to describe it or country. Downfall. I think it's supposed to be downfall. I think it's wrong. I don't know. Carry on.
Okay. You will therefore permit me to repeat emphatically that Molly was as dead as a doornail. Scrooge knew he was dead. Of course he did. How could it be otherwise? How could it be otherwise? Scrooge and he were partners for I don't know how many years. Scrooge was his sole executor, his sole administrator, his sole assign, his sole residuary, legatee, residuary, legatee. His sole friend and sole mourner, and even Scrooge was not so dreadfully cut up by the sad event, but that he was an excellent man of business on the very day of the funeral, and solemnized. Solemnized it with an undoubted bargain. The mention of Marley's funeral brings me back to the point I started from. There is no doubt that Marley was dead. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of outcome of the story I am going to relate. If we were not perfectly convinced that the Hamlet's father died before the play began, there would be nothing more remarkable in his taking a stroll at night in an easterly wind upon his own ramparts than there would be in any other middle-aged gentleman rashly turning out after dark in a breezy spot, say St. Paul's churchyard, for instance, literally to astonish his son's weak mind. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood years afterwards above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. The farm was now known as Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge, and sometimes Marley, but he answered to both names. It was all the same to him. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge, a squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scrapping, clutching, covetous. Is it okay? Covetous.
Never heard of it.
Old sinner, hard and sharp as a flint from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire, secret and self-contained and solitary as an oyster. The cold within him froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his gait, made his eyes red, his thin lips blue, and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice. A frost rime was on his head and on his eyebrows, and his wiry chin. He carried his own low temperature always about with him. He iced his office in the dog days and didn't.
We should be having a ghost story.
Yes, ghost. Didn't thaw it 1 degree at Christmas.
You know what thaw is?
I didn't thaw it. Can't remember.
You know, if there was a snowman in the, snowman?
Snowman, yes.
In the garden, and you went out and there was just 2 pieces of coal and a carrot. It means he's thawed out.
And everybody, oh,
yes.
Oh.
I used to tell the boys he'd flown away.
I remember when I was in England, so it was late 80s, I saw on the Christmas day, after the Queen's speech.
Yes.
I think the snowman.
There's always on Christmas Day.
Yeah. And the first time I was and I bought some goods afterwards.
I find you reading to me.
Yeah.
I find my eyes go heavy and I want to go to sleep. you should get a job as a person who puts somebody to sleep. I didn't even know I was doing it. I was like, oh my goodness. It just got heavier and heavier, just like somebody reading to you, like your mother reading. Well, not that mine did, but, you know, somebody reading to you as a child, and you go back into that.
Ah.
So I'm not being rude, I just can't help it. How you tuck me up and go to sleep for 2 hours. Your eyebrows.
So,
do you know what your eyebrows are?
Eyebrows.
Yes.
Eyebrows. But it's just spell is, you know, like it looks like eyebrow, you know, but brow.
Yes. Yes, yeah.
You know, sometimes ow comes, sometimes o comes. So English is.
Yeah, O-U-G.
Because this is ow, and this was, of course, o, o. But this one's o, oyster.
Oi.
And it says o, solitary. Doesn't say so, you know. So English is this one's o, is an o, is
Difficile.
yeah, it's I think for us learning English, but it's we are different. We don't we use alphabet in Japan, but it's not come from it's our original. You know. So if the teacher said you have to speak this one's O, you say oh, okay, this is O, it's okay, O. But for Spanish people, for them it's very difficult to read because they use alphabet all the time.
Yes.
And suddenly English comes a different way to say it. So
do you can speak and write Japanese?
Yes.
Yes, because your schooling was in that.
Yeah.
And what was your second language?
It's English.
Oh, right.
It's not second language. Yes, everybody has to learn English. My time is the age of 13 to 18, and going up, is like 2 years. I studied, but it's not every day actually. No, school is every day. Yeah. 13 to 18 is like every day, but they never teach how to speak, how to listen, sort of. I think now it's getting better, but my time is always okay. If the teacher asks you to read, we just read, but they don't really correct the pronunciation. And then important is what is in Japanese. So translation.
Yes, translation.
So I don't translate now.
You don't pick particularly easy books. The one last week you used different words. I must look up that knave or whatever it was on the internet because I don't know it.
Which one?
Travis. The what's chapter?
Ah, yes. Yeah.
A piece of wood or something. Chapter.
Maybe I'll check the Google later.
Yes.
Okay, so externally heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge. No warmth. No warmth. No warmth could warm. No wintry weather chill him. No wind that blew was bitterer than he. No falling snow was more intent upon its purpose. No pelting rain less open to entreaty. Foul weather didn't know where to have him. The heaviest rain and the snow and hail and sleet could boast of the advantage over him in only one respect. They often came down handsomely, and Scrooge never did. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to say, with gladsome looks, "My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?" No beggars implored him to bestow a trifle. No children asked him what it was clock.
When it says bestow a trifle, it doesn't mean a trifle that you eat.
Trifle is a mushroom type.
No. I'm not laughing at you, it's just funny. A mushroom.
I think they're like a French food, trifle.
Trifle is something you have at Christmas time, and it has jelly and custard and fruit in it, and it's all in a bowl with a set jelly, and it's called a trifle.
Okay.
And it's I don't.
ですね、トライフォーっていうのはスイーツですね。ゼリーとかクリームとかいっぱい入って、容器に入ったのなんですけど、容器っていうか丸い容器に入れて固めるって感じなんですね。私が、勘違いしたのはこちらです。トラフォー。トラフォーってトリュフのことですよね。なんかフランスのマッシュルームのことかなと思ったって言って今話しました。
You have them now, but you did when I was younger because they were cheaper to make. You know, after the war, there wasn't much around, so you had sort of endless custard and red jelly and tinned peaches. But this trifle is like it was only a trifle. If you say I had an argument with Ali, and you say you had an argument with Ali, and I say yes, it was only a trifle, and that's a trifle meaning just it wasn't a serious it was a trifle. It was small.
Okay, it is just a trifle.
Yes,
it is just a trifle. His face. What is his name? I still can't remember his name. Boots.
His name was that cat or the cat or something. I called him Boots because he looks like Boots from Shrek. And the little boot with a hat on. And
yes.
And he had big eyes. He doesn't always have eyes, but he does sometimes. I just called him Boots for that.
He doesn't speak today much.
No, he was this morning, weren't you? You were talking, no.
日記の猫ちゃんですけれども、名前はブーツと言います。シュレックのアニメですね、アニメーションに出てくる猫ちゃんのキャラクターによく似ているので、日記はそうやって読んでいるということです。ですね、この猫ちゃんはですね、どれぐらい前だったかな、1年ぐらい前だったかなにもらわれてきた猫ちゃんなんですね。で、それまで名前はついてたそうなんですけれども、日記はブーツと呼んでいるそうです。
No.
Today is a bit cold. Okay, the trifle. Trifle. No beggars implored him to bestow a trifle. Bestow a trifle.
Yeah, and it's implored. Implored. No beggars implored.
Bestow a trifle. No children asked him what it was a clock.
Asked him what it was a clock.
What does it mean?
What was a clock? Does that make sense? No children asked him. No children asked him what it was a clock. No man or woman ever once in his life inquired. It doesn't make sense to me, but carry on.
Okay. So no man or woman ever once in all his life inquired the way to such and such a place of Scrooge. Even the blind men's dogs appeared to know him, and when they saw him coming on, would tug their owners into doorways and up courts.
Do you know what tug is?
Tug is like a pulling.
Yes, that's right.
Would pull, so pulling their owners in. こちらタグですね。こうなんかこう連れていく、首に名をつけて連れていくみたいな、そんな感じですか。ですね、それによく似ている言葉でタグっていうのがあるんですけど、今だと SNS とか写真とかでタグ付けするとか言いますよね。タグ。日本語だったらタグって言うんですけども、英語でタグと言っても通じないんですね。タグ。で、タグって、非常に似てるんですけど、これは違う単語で、そのタグ付けの時はタグ。Please tag me とか言うわけですね。でも please tag me って言うと違う意味になってしまうということになります。Doorway.
Yes.
When they saw him coming in.
Pulling him into a doorway.
And up courts.
And up courts.
Is garden or courtyard.
I suppose it could be short for courtyard, but you'd put courtyard, you wouldn't put courts. Courts are where
judges.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.
And they, okay. 以上がパート1になります。途中でですね、日記が、私があまり簡単な方を持ってこないわねと言っていたんですが、日記でもちょっとあやふやな単語とかなんか数個出てきました。まあ私たちもそうですよね。音読するときに漢字とか、読めないときってありますので、そういうのと同じですね。ということで、パート1は以上です。では次回のパート2でお会いしましょう。In the part 2. Bye!